Is Shadow the strongest in all of Sonic? Well, let's find out in today's video. There has been other videos on this topic, but not for Shadow, but for Sonic. And I don't get why people haven't done Shadow's side, so I guess I'm like kind of the first to do this, but I don't really know. But I've seen other videos on why Shadow is like really strong, but I've never seen someone make a video on why Shadow is stronger than Sonic. Anyways, that's what this video is about, so let's get to it. Shadow, I'd say, is stronger than Sonic for a couple of reasons. The first reason being is that Shadow can take off his inhibitor rings and release all of the chaos energy that's inside of him, and he then does a really powerful chaos blast. The reason he unleashes all of this chaos energy is that Shadow has all of this energy inside of him because when Shadow was made, a lot of chaos energy was stored inside of him because that's what they made him from. That was inside of his body. He has the inhibitor rings to hold back the chaos energy that he has that's stored inside of him. Shadow doesn't really need a Chaos Emerald if you think about it, but Sonic needs one to do like a Chaos Control or something. Hence why Shadow didn't use a Chaos Emerald in Sonic Forces when he was coming up to save Sonic from that other Shadow, the fake Shadow from the Phantom Ruby. Yeah, Shadow does not need a Chaos Emerald to use Chaos abilities, but Sonic does, and that's a thing that Shadow has over Sonic, is that he doesn't need a Chaos Emerald to use the Chaos abilities. We all know Shadow's Chaos abilities, but what if I told you he had another one in Sonic 6? He only shows us 3 of his Chaos abilities, which are Chaos Blast, Chaos Spear, and Chaos Control. But in Sonic 6, he shows us another one. You can give Shadow a boost in power by using a special ability called Chaos Boost. When you activate it, it gives Shadow a temporal boost in power, but we don't actually know what the multiplier is for this Chaos ability. All we know is that it gives him a boost in power. I guess it's their version of Goku's Kaioken, but without the drawbacks that comes with it. Shadow has another move in Sonic 06 called Chaos Lance, and this Chaos ability is just another version of the Chaos Spear, but more powerful. But Shadow has to activate his Chaos Boost ability for this version of the Chaos Spear to work. The final Chaos ability that I want to talk about is Shadow in Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. He uses an ability called Chaos Rift, and this has brought some mystery behind it, really. Firstly, the Sonic Wiki says, the user creates a sphere that is thrown to the opponent upon touching someone. It immediately seems to send them into space, or it feels it makes them dizzy instead. And what we get from this is that it forms like a sort of a black hole, but that's a thing for another video. Sonic can't have a boost in power without the Chaos Emerald, but Shadow can with his Chaos Boost ability in Sonic 06. Okay, let me point one thing out before my next point. Yes, Sonic is stronger in his hyper form, but because Shadow can't do it, well, we don't know if Shadow can't do it or not, because we haven't seen the form since Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which was its debut, and it hasn't been used since. But since Shadow is Sonic's version of Vegeta, and Sonic is Sonic's version of Goku, then Shadow should be able to use the hyper form, because Vegeta can go Super Saiyan Blue without using the God Ritual, and using the Hyper Emerald is basically the same, but only with Sonic has used it once. Well, that's really just what I know though. So Shadow should be able to use the Hyper Form, but Sega hasn't used it in a long time, and I doubt they will use it again, especially just for Shadow. But Shadow should be able to use the form. I mean, the form is really powerful, but that is for another video. In Sonic X, when Sonic and Shadow fight each other, Shadow wins most of the time, if not all the time in Sonic X. And that goes for Sonic Adventure 2 Battle as well. Sonic couldn't even defeat Silver in 06, and Shadow had to step in and save Sonic before Silver could finish him off. That's why Shadow would have no problem with Sonic. Yes, Sonic is the main character, but Shadow is stronger than Sonic, but I'd say Sonic is definitely faster than Shadow. But not by that much, because, they are rivals, they're equal in speed, but not in strength. Like, Shadow, for me, like, I would say is definitely stronger. But Sonic couldn't even be Silver without help from Shadow, which is really stupid if you really think about it, because Silver isn't really that strong compared to those two. Yes, his telekinesis helps, but he's not as strong as Sonic and Shadow. Yes, you can make the point that Sonic, Shadow, and Silver are all the main characters in 06, but Sonic is technically the main character in the whole series, and technically he's the main character still in 06, if that makes sense at all. Shadow would have no problem defeating Sonic, but Blaze, Silver, and Knuckles can all stand Sonic equally in my opinion, and if Blaze, Silver, and Knuckles fought Shadow, it wouldn't even be a fair fight. If Sonic can dodge Knuckles' attacks with his speed and then use his speed to win, then couldn't Shadow do the same as what Sonic could? Shadow and Sonic are very close in comparison, with Luke's speed, strength, and such. But if Shadow and Knuckles fought, then it would be the same outcome, but Shadow would have less mercy than Sonic has. And that's just because Shadow's attacks are meant to try and like kill someone, not knock them unconscious, but that doesn't mean that Shadow would hold back. Yes, Knuckles physically has more strength, but Knuckles would have no chance against a Shadow that is actually trying. I feel like there is no point in me explaining why Shadow would win against Silver, but I'll explain it anyways. Shadow and Silver had a fight in Sonic 06, but it seemed like they were equal until Shadow got free of Silver's telekinesis, and then Shadow could do his thing. Let's remember that Shadow is not going to be able to do anything when he is in Silver's telekinesis. At the end of the fight, they were both exhausted of how the fight went, but Shadow would just need to really be free from Silver's telekinesis to win the fight. Silver charges at Shadow, and then Shadow uses Chaos Control to stop time and kicks Silver in the head, and then win the fight. If Blaze can stand up to Sonic equally with speed, but when she is transforming with the Soul Emeralds, then she can stand up to Sonic in every way, right? But that's just what I've seen. Shadow would have no problem dealing with Blaze. His Chaos abilities are just too powerful for anyone to really counter. Chaos Control can either teleport him or stop time. It just depends on what he wants to use it for. Chaos Spear is like a Ki Blast from Dragon Ball, but the Chaos Spear is like Sonic's version of a Ki Blast. His Chaos Blast isn't as powerful in a fight, but in a fight against multiple people, it can really be useful. That is why Shadow would have no problem defeating these three in a fight. And that's just being realistic. Yes, these 5 characters are the top 5 strongest in the series. Well, in my opinion, they are. But Shadow just takes it in being number 1. Yes, you can make the argument that Sonic and Shadow having a rivalry indicates them being equal, and whenever Sonic wins is because he is the main character. In Sonic X, Shadow literally takes out Sonic in one punch. In one blow, he takes out Sonic. In Sonic Adventure 2, Shadow wins again, most of the time. Sonic has won most of the time in other series and games and TV shows and stuff, but that's because he's the main character and it has to happen to progress the story. But if Sega were actually going off logical reasons, then Shadow would win most of the time, if not all of the time. But Sonic only wins because he's the main character in the series and he has to win for the story to progress. But if Shadow wins, it would be more logical because he is physically stronger than Sonic. We have literally seen this multiple times. Yeah, he had to beat him in Sonic Generations, but that was because that had to happen to progress the story, because you have to get all 7 Chaos Emeralds, and then you have to go to the place before you can do the time meter. You know what I mean? If you've played Sonic Generations. But yeah, that's why Sonic wins, is because he's the main character and Shadow doesn't. But Shadow is literally stronger than Sonic. There are facts out there that proves that Shadow is stronger. In reality, Shadow would win against Sonic, but that's just me. But that's just what I know. Who do you think is stronger? Go for Judas. Wait, sorry. I mean, who do you think is stronger, Sonic or Shadow? Let me know in the comment section down